Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Zova here, and we are back with another Call of Duty World War II video. And this is sort of like a live commentary or rant, as you should say. So mainly, I think the problem this game has would be sure, obviously the community, just slowly decreasing because, either it could be boring, not enough content, not enough maps, whatever, and that's kind of the stuff mainly I want to talk about in this video. Personally, I do think this game is a great game. The campaign was absolutely phenomenal. It was really good to play. I really enjoyed the campaign. I had a lot of good style. I had a lot of good feelings. Reminding me, just how good like Call of Duty really kills it with their campaigns. And I thought Sledgehammer did a really good job with that this year. But you go to the multiplayer and it was just lack of support, lack of content, maps, which kind of makes, the community just kind of get, like, aggravated with the, with Sledgehammer, and then, just get on them, like, oh, this game's trash, you did a horrible job, but in reality, it's not entirely bad, but it's not entirely good. So, one thing I want to talk about with the multiplayer, obviously, the very first day of the launch. It was probably the worst COD launch, probably of all time. Just how the servers were ran were like really bad. Then again, there was 2.5 like million plus players that literally got on the exact same time the game was launched. So obviously that's a lot. But if Sledgehammer were to release a Call of Duty, especially a lot of people were really hyped about, they definitely should have been way more prepared for the launch compared to what it was when they launched it. Another topic I want to talk about, obviously, the launch, the lack of maps. They released 9 maps, like normal new maps, and mainly 10 maps because they had that bonus map Carrington, which, obviously is just a remake of Chinatown and COD 2's Carrington map. They just brought it back into this game, but it's nothing special. It wasn't even that big or great of a map for the community. But yeah, the map's awful. Like most of them aren't even like that appealing. You get a map, you're like, oh my god, like oh my god, it's Black Ops 2 Raid. Oh my god, it's Nuketown. Or oh my goodness, it's Studio Firing Range. You're like really hyped to play that map, and in this game you're just like, oh, London Docks, cool. Or oh, Ardennes Forest, that's cool. The map packs are pretty alright. The Occupation, the Resistance remake, they've remade it like twice. Another problem Call of Duty, or Activision, I should say, kind of messes up every year when they make a Call of Duty, which I hope they fix in the future, but it's just small things that really affect how the game will be and how the community will react to it. So, releasing the game with just 9 maps was kind of a very bad... It was a letdown, as I should say, for the community and just overall just the game in general, because obviously is a huge reason why you can get bored of a Call of Duty game. You're expecting, to be like 15 maps, and some of them are great. Because Sledgehammer hasn't really struggled on making maps. Then again, it's World War II, so they have to make it realistically accurate. They can't just make like a Nuketown in World War II, it's just kind of weird. But then again, community is community, if you don't even make a good map, then a lot of people will easily get bored from it. Especially with just 9 in general, very repetitive, and yeah, and huge reason why it gets boring. Another thing I like to talk about, before the game was even launched, obviously everybody was hyped to see it, everybody was hyped, but with them saying they were going to be replacing divisions, or replacing created class 4 divisions, was kind of very scary for the community, how they would react. And I think the problem is it made the game too simple, especially with them replacing basic trainings for the, the classic perk system. So that right there is just a lack of, content that what made every single Call of Duty great, No, then again, there's some CODs that kind of lacked because they were either too complicated or just too futuristic, as I should say, Infinite Warfare. I just like to say, you know, the perks and create a class system really is what boosted the Call of Duty community back in Call of Duty 4 days to what it is today, almost. And with them replacing that system, you know, it obviously creates a huge problem for the game. You know, it just makes the game too simple. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's easy, anybody can do it now. And only being able to basic training is pretty much just being able to use one perk instead of 3 like you're used to. And to create a class system, you know, was amazing. 10, 13 slot system, whenever they had back in Black Ops 2. You even just create a class in general, you know, it's very simple, and it's easy for the person to make it. Now then again, it's almost similar, you know, you make a gun, you put attachments on, but obviously the perk system really changes how the gameplay and how you play in general. You know, it's just content that could have easily been prevented if they just added or just kept the way the system works. And everybody, you know, just was really upset, you know, how they launched the game, how it is right now, you know, just the lack of content. And that's easily how a game could get boring. And you look at Fortnite right now, it's getting like, what, 5 updates a week? Which is another thing Call of Duty World War II struggles. They only update the game like once a month when the game really needs to be fixed here and there. And they're just a little bit too slow, where you got Fortnite growing and growing and growing because the devs are listening to community. Problem Sledgehammer is lacking right now. And, you know, just a problem that, you know, what the game potentially can still have if it still has that support, or same support as Fortnite. The developers are just killing that game. Everybody knows Fortnite. I can easily just say Fortnite wins easily and beats every single game right now. It's even beating PUBG, because PUBG is dropping because, you know, a lot of people are just like, wow, like, you know, like, it's getting way more support than what a game. It's actually the perfect support every single video game should be getting, that developers, you know, they kind of lack in all of their just throughout the video game industry. But, you know, just the more support, you know, obviously the game's gonna be a lot better. So, yeah, it's just a problem for World War II, you know, just, it's not well supported. You know, then again, you know, the gun gameplay, the game, boots on the ground, it's pretty good. You know, I'm not gonna lie, the gun-to-gun battle, it's pretty good if you're very consistent. Sometimes it's extremely inconsistent, where you're playing domination, you're trying to get UAV, and it takes what, like 5 to 6 kills plus 2 captures or something crazy like that, which should never happen. Which is kind of what kills you know, the point of even playing domination. You know, you just can't even get kill streaks. They're just it's so difficult. Not enough points, you know, and just there's just so much. The game can have easily been prevented to make it a really good Call of Duty. You know, a Call of Duty we as a whole just want, and it's just, you know, Activision, and especially the supply drop system. It's just, you know, you play so much to get a supply drop, or 1 or 2 supply drops, and then you get it and you open it and you're just like, oh cool, I got a gun grip that I'm pretty much can never see or never gonna put on, because, you know, the camos in this game are really just, the camos are really bad in this game. It's another reason. It just looks like I add mud to the camo. Just using the normal basic gun, like, just itself without a camo on it, is way better than using a camo. Like, I can take so much time just to get gold, and just be like, ew, why is there so much mud on it, you know? It's just, you worked your butt off to get pretty much not what you want in the long run, so you just, all that time is pretty much wasted. Then again, diamond is alright. It's not the best diamond, but it's just whatever. You just work for so much to get little feedback, you know, back to you. It's just problems that easily could have been prevented to make this a great COD. Now, competitive definitely could have easily been fixed. You know, banning instead of nerfing or buffing could have easily been the right thing to do. It's just a letdown, you know. Everybody's upset. You know, this COD had so much potential, which it still has if it has the support it needs as much, you know, as other games. You got what, Fortnite, you got all these other huge PC games. You know, it's just, especially for a AAA company, you know, for them to not be on top of the game is definitely gonna decrease the viewership, the community, and it's just why they're losing their players. But yeah, this is mainly just a rant video, you know, just stuff that could have easily been prevented to make this one of the best Call of Duties. Even for boots on the ground, you know, some people get bored and it's slow paced, but still just all this stuff that easily could have been prevented that wasn't either prevented or fixed. Just, you know, kind of kills the game. Why everybody's, you know, playing Fortnite, and that's pretty much why I play Fortnite, you know, just I play 20 minutes of this game and I'm like, alright, what's new? You know, I'm not really getting anywhere. And, you know, just not enough action, I would say. And it's just very repetitive content, you know, you just same thing over and over and over again. It's just, you know, it's just sad to see. You never thought would ever happen, but, you know, then again, I would like to see what Call of Duty can eventually be in the future, especially with this year's COD, with Treyarch. Hope everybody's saying it's Black Ops 4. It could be anything at this point, but Treyarch kills it every year. We know that. Ever since Black Ops, they've killed every single Call of Duty, whether it's jetpack or boots on the ground. Supposed to be like a Modern Warfare type of COD, but I'm really excited for it. But I don't know. I think gonna take a break from this game personally. You know, it's just not enough to do. You know. And, you know, all my friends are all playing Fortnite, they're playing, you know, some are playing PUBG, but, you know, they've just been playing PUBG for a while. They're not really interested in Fortnite because it's too cartoony, you know, for them. It looks like a kid's game, but, yeah, but you hate to see it. Hopefully the community could grow again later on at the end of the year when the next COD comes out. Personally, I like the zombies in this game. Zombies is pretty good, very horrifying, and, it's just great what they did for the campaign. And yeah, I don't really have much else to say. Pretty much just gonna be switching over to other games. Probably like, I don't know, just bigger games overall. You got Fortnite, you got CSGO, you got maybe PUBG, you know, here and there. I probably won't be playing PUBG as much as Fortnite, obviously, because Fortnite is just smoother gameplay, better tick rate, better developers. As a community, they listen to the community, they just do what we want. So yeah, I hope you guys just sort of enjoyed this rant. You know, let me know in the comments what you think about the game too. You know, personally, this is my opinions on the game. You know, obviously opinions are opinions. It's almost impossible for us to have the exact same opinions as everybody else in the world, but it's definitely possible for us to agree to things, you know, what we like or dislike. So let me know in the comments what you think about this game, what it could have been done to prevent it, or what it can do to make it better. What you think of the next, you know, what do you think about me switching to other games, you know? Because I'm still a passionate person. I like to really care about what I want to do with my life, and, you know, I hope to get somewhere. But anyway, if you like this video, leave it a like if you want. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment what you think. And, yeah, it's been Zova, guys. Peace out.
Recon fight concluded.
Come on, man. I'm trying my butt off to go on. And I just can't. No, I'm done. Time to go to Fortnite, dude. This is ridiculous.